Hello everyone. I know I haven't made a video for a while, actually a long time. But this video basically is going to be about why I haven't made a video for a long time. And I really didn't know how to make this video, but I'm just going to make it. The last few months, and I've been having a hard past few years or whatever, being what I do for a living. I do Forex trading, I do a few other things. Very inconsistent with a lot of things, a lot of bad habits I'm trying to get over. Sorry if the air is making noise. It's like 95 degrees, and yes, I have the windows open, but that's just what I like to do. Anyway, but this year was probably like the worst year of my life so far. But it's over now. What I'm going through is just, I hit this really bad depression. And what's really messed up is that my brother suffered with it for a little bit, and I know people who suffered with it for a little bit, but I never thought depression was like that freaking real. I always thought it was like weak people felt depression. You're sad, get over it. You know, other people have it worse. Stop being a little bitch. You know, stop bitching about your problems, do something about them. And I was always Mr. No matter what I've been through, and believe me, I tried to start so many things, and I failed at a lot of things, but I was always Mr. Set my goals, go after them. But one day, I woke up, and my fucking life meant not like I woke up with this dread. Like it was like, and it wasn't like it was raining out or anything like that. Like, I live a pretty good life regardless. I have a great family. I have great friends. Like, there's nothing in my life to be sad about. But I woke up and it was like someone turned this light switch in my brain off, and I was stuck in this dark room and I couldn't find the light switch, and I was just stuck in this freaking darkness. And I thought maybe, you know, I just didn't feel good that day or whatever, but then the next day was happening. And then it was affecting every other part of my life. It was affecting my relationships. You know, I was getting angry too fast, and then the suicidal thoughts came along, and that's what scared the shit out of me, because I was never one to think like that. And I always knew that, yeah, you know, when you're an entrepreneur or when you have goals or whatever in your life, yeah, you know, hard times are gonna come. I knew that, but then one day I just didn't care anymore. And then physically my body started to feel it, which is another sign of depression, where you feel physical symptoms. You have aches and pains and stuff like that. And there was days I couldn't even get out of bed. I would wake up in the morning, start crying for no reason. Couldn't get out of bed. And one thing about when you work for yourself, or if you work period, is that even if you don't get out of bed, the bills still come. So when I was able to manage to get it, and I wasn't going to the gym, and if I don't go to the gym, it's even worse. I just was so tired all the time. I would try to get up and try to drive Uber if I could. I had to withdraw most of my money from my Forex trading account to pay for whatever bills. All of my trades were shitty as well. I just wasn't focused. I didn't want to be around people. It was just bad. So I thought, like some people thought, maybe I should just start drinking. And I got back into drinking. I got back into recreational drug use, which was, I never woke up wanting to do drugs, but if I went to a party and I got drunk enough and someone offered me cocaine or ecstasy, I'm quick to do it. Guys, I'm an open book. I don't lie about anything. I'm not going to talk about, oh, I'll never do heroin, I'll never do crystal meth, because Lord knows, as fucked up as I was, who knows if I would have done it. If it was a powder, I was snorting it, and I felt amazing for that night. Only bad thing was, me being 33 now, my recovery time is very slow. So after a night of partying, even if I just drink too much, it takes me over 4 days, at least 4 days to recover. So now imagine battling depression. Your brain already released all the serotonin, endorphins, and dopamine it had. So now you have nothing. Now your brain is working with nothing. It's working on fumes, if that. But I couldn't muster the, I'm gonna have to say, courage to commit suicide, because I couldn't do it to my family. My mom battled alcoholism in the past. I knew that this would kill her. I mean, she hasn't had to drink for over 10 years, but I knew that if I killed myself, she would commit suicide. Everybody would fall to shit. And I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have an amazing family. Because with depression it doesn't matter if you have it all. You know, it really doesn't matter if you have it all. Because that shit just hits you like a fucking train and you're laying there crippled. And how did I had to realize either I'm going to kill myself or I'm just going to live the best way, but I can't keep doing this. I really can't keep doing this. I can't keep living like this. Friends told me, why don't you go see a doctor? I was not taking antidepressants. Believe me, I know I used to have a drug problem and drinking problem in the past. Obviously, it's still a problem. I think it'll always be a problem with my drinking and drug use. I think the worst thing to say is, oh, I got that down pat. That's just no longer. Bad habits are always a problem, and that's an everyday battle I have to face. Even though I can go months without it, it's just an enemy waiting for you to fall. But I knew that if I started taking antidepressants and they started working and I started liking them, guess what? I was going to take them all the time, and my dumbass will start drinking with them too, and then start partying with them, because inside of me is like two people, man. One guy is Mr. Gun-Ho, go for your goals in life, and the other guy is like, motherfucker, you're going down. So I didn't want to go to a doctor. I didn't know if maybe I'm over 30 and my testosterone levels were low, but I had to do something. So I knew that it was like being sick. It was like being physically sick, but now I'm mentally sick. And when I was physically sick, the worst thing for me to do is just to stay home. Like, I used to just, if I was sick, now if I wasn't dying, yeah, I had to stay in bed, but if I was still sick, I would still try to go for walks, and I would still go to work and feel better. So I'm just like, all right, next time I'm mentally sick, let me just go to the gym. I'll go to the gym. I couldn't even lift a third I was lifting, which messed me up. I would shake under like a bar with light weights. I couldn't even walk. It was the most fucked up and darkest point in my life. Mr. YouTube, Mr. Self-Development, Mr. fucking entrepreneur, wannabe future millionaire, whatever. It hit me, and it hit me bad. And I talk so much shit about people with depression. Here I am, crying my eyes out all day, sitting in my car at an empty Target parking lot, crying, thinking, should I just drive my car into that fucking brick wall? And you had no explaining why. Of course I have problems in my life, but it's all problems I could take care of easily. Like, this is, if I bust my ass, I could take care of all the problems in my life in just a few months. But depression wasn't allowing me to move. It's just like you want to run a race, but your leg is chained to a fucking brick and you can't move. And you're trying to run, and that chain is just ripping your leg, ripping the skin off your leg, and eventually you just don't want to run anymore. But the race keeps going. So I just wanted to make this video because I want to show people that you're not alone. And if you're not happy and you're sad, you need to find a way to deal with it. This doesn't mean to go tell everybody in the world what your problem is. The reason why I'm making this video is because I'm an open book, and sometimes people need to see realness. That, hey, listen, even people who seem like they have it together don't. Here's this guy, he looks like he's in great shape, he's living a good life, and he wants to kill himself. Why is that? Who knows, guys? But I started going back to self-development. I started doing my self-development routine. I think one main reason was that I was just working. I was just waking up and working, checking on my Forex trade, and I just didn't make time for myself, and my mind was just tired, and it became sick. Just like if you work too hard, your body becomes tired, your immune system fails, and it becomes sick. I just started getting over it. I just started feel better. I mean, the other day I had too much to drink as well. That's a part of my self-sabotaging personality, which I'm trying to work on. But just to let you guys know, I make these videos to show my development so that you don't see somebody one day and be like, wow, I wish I could be like that guy. I want to see his videos big. I remember his videos like 3 years ago. This guy wanted to kill himself. He was living with his parents. He was thousands of dollars in debt. He was fucked up. But I got this. I know I can do this. But I have to realize every day is a battle. And another problem of mine too is that even now I feel great. And let's say someone later on hits me, oh, let's go to this party, let's go get a few drinks. That self-discipline is another big factor as well. Because let's say you're depressed or not being disciplined in your life is going to put a guilt on you. Not doing what you have to do is going to put a guilt on you. You're going to feel worthless. You're going to feel less of yourself. So maybe depression is not something you're dealing with, which I think depression is really a mental sickness. But you might experience these little barriers in your life, which will bring you down. But at the end of the day, what worked for me is just to take responsibility and to understand, yes, this does suck right now. Because I'm not going to tell you, stay positive, give it 10,000%, do your best. I know you're depressed and want to commit suicide, but look on the bright side. Other people have it worse. That shit doesn't fucking help when you're depressed, okay? So, accept the fact that maybe your life fucking sucks. Accept the fact that maybe you are sick. Don't be like, oh, other people have it worse. Stay positive. No, your life sucks. Focus on you. Because all that positive self-help talk works sometimes, it's not going to work this time. It's basically like you're one of those soldiers in D-Day approaching the beach in Normandy, and someone taps you on the back and says, stay positive, man. We're going to make this. You're going to look at this motherfucker like, I'm about to get my head blown off, you piece of shit. So when you're battling depression, when you're battling bad habits, and this could go to a lot of things in life. This shit's a fucking war, guys. It's a war against yourself. It's a war against mediocrity. It's a war against the people around you that want to keep you down. It's a war against these roles you have to play in society. It's a war against your own doubts and fears. And it's for you to live a life of greatness. So my depression was just something in my life that I had to go through to take me to the next level. Am I stronger because of it? Yes. Is it gone? I don't fucking know. And I'm not going to say it is. You know? The greatest enemy anyone should be scared of is the one you think is no longer there. That's the motherfucker you have to be scared of. The guy you don't see. So, I know I probably went off a little bit with this video, but I want you guys to know that I'm going to be making more videos. And I do feel like I wanted to wait until I kind of got my shit back together. Now I'm back to working. I'm working hours a day, but mostly I'm always starting my mornings with my Hour Power. The Miracle Morning book has really helped with the journaling. Read that book and do your best to just create a personal development program, because I'm one to admit from firsthand experience that if you don't become better, your life's not going to become better. Another thing too is a lot of hatred I had for people. A lot of judging of people, a lot of pain that people brought me through in my past. You know, past friends, past ex-girlfriends. I had to forgive them. It was fucking hard because I hated them for a long time, and what they did to me was wrong. But I see that I had responsibility too by staying in those relationships when I could have walked away. And because I was weak, I didn't. So forgiving people, I know it is hard. But you have to do it, and you do that by showing them some sign of love. If they attack you, fuck it. Put a smile on your face. Because a truly happy person doesn't hate. And when I was depressed and angry and miserable, I realized I hate my fucking life, and I hate myself. But as I started making a plan for every day, and I said, I'm going to forgive this person, I'm going to start waking up at this time, I'm going to start doing this, start paying these bills, start saving this amount of money. If I start doing what I have to do, even though every day might not be a success, I'm going to feel better about myself. And if I engage in those activities, as in drinking too much, I do love my glass of wine here and there. But self-control is everything. You know, I like to have a cigar here. I like to enjoy myself. But is my work getting done? And why am I doing it? Why am I drinking? Why am I out with this person? Am I running away for something, or is this a reward because I actually busted my ass this week? And am I doing this in a controlled way, in a disciplined way? So I will be touching on base with this for further videos and sharing my progress. But understand that if you're not happy in your life, you're not alone. If there's somebody in your life you know that's kind of sad, give them a hug. Like, let them know, listen, I might not be able to help you, but just don't give up. And I'm telling you, don't give up. And I really give it to people, and this is not even joking around, but people who have committed suicide, it's crazy because now I know why. But if they would have taken that energy and put it into something more productive and positive, they would have done magnificent things, because that shit takes fucking balls. That shit it is beyond explanation to be able to take your own life. But I said, what the fuck do I have to lose now? I might as well live the best way I know how until I die. We're all gonna die anyway. So that's it. And I hope this video helps. If you're going through something, leave a comment below. Believe me, I will try my best to help. But if you're going through some shit, accept that it's a shitty time. It's a fucking hurricane in your life. It's a thunderstorm. Going outside in a thunderstorm and saying it's a bright sunny day is bullshit. It's delusion. Don't delude yourself. Face the reality. Understand that storm's gonna pass. Hey guys, sorry that my video kind of cut off before because my phone overheated again. So it was like 95 degrees and I had my phone on the dashboard. But anyway, in regards to the video, this video, guys, if you want to write down your problems below, write them down. Believe me, everyone down here is going to help. I'll do my best to help. But I wish you guys the best and understand that people go through this, all types of people. And you don't have to take extreme measures like committing suicide or getting into drugs or drinking too much. Believe me, that shit does not help. But again, be the best you can be. Get back on a personal development plan. Bring out that piece of paper. Write down what you're grateful for. Create a strategy to get your life back in order. And sometimes your mess is going to be too big, but like I said, don't give up. And I know I said, oh, other people have it worse, but people in much shittier conditions have gotten themselves out and are living lives that we dream of. Okay, so this is your life. Take it by the mother effing horns and live until you die. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.